Hello everyone. I'm Riley. I have severe issues first off, but the main thing is that we went to the Biltmore house, and well, I'll start with an introduction. I am Diesel's boyfriend. Tragic, I know, but it's great. Trust me. And this is Diesel. He is currently in a different suit than normal. I'm a raccoon, by the way.
Okay, so anyway, hi everyone, it's Diesel, but it's a different character. As for those who know, I have a lot of Sonos, as you can tell. I'm wearing Tarot for the holidays just because he's red, Christmas is red and green and stuff and like that. But yeah, basically, we went to the Biltmore house and we're gonna have a furry review because we think it's really cute and stuff like that. So yeah, enjoy.
If there's one thing I know for sure, it's that I know nothing.
And time for the actual review of the house. Me personally, I'm a big fan of stuff like this. Very old house. This man could probably geek out more, but uh, I'll start with you, and then I'll give y'all my opinion on this. So we'll do that.
Okay, so a couple of things. The Biltmore House is located in Asheville, North Carolina, which is situated in western North Carolina. It is an 80,000 acre, basically estate. It is complete with a huge mansion that has many rooms, all sorts of different quarters. Like there are servants' quarters, there's like a hunting room, there's a huge kitchen, there's dumb waiters, multiple floors. The grounds is situated. It's very beautiful, especially now in the wintertime with all the Christmas lights, which is why we wanted to go because Christmas. There's also a bistro located on site. There's a hotel. There's horse and buggy rides. All sorts of really interesting things at Biltmore. Like I said, 80,000 acres worth of land and all sorts of stuff you can do there. Back to you.
Thank you for our greatly needed history lesson for everyone who didn't know. But yeah, so we went there during Christmas, and I'm not quite sure, but I am gonna look it up when I'm editing this video, and I'll put a little blurb right here if they have different rates going for, because we're gonna actually give us our honest review. Because before we were gonna jazz it up a bit, but we had some experiences there that would definitely make us be like, angry kind of thing. But not to be a total Karen. I mean, you were definitely more of a Karen than I would be. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Also, why I'm holding my paw like this. This is where the mic's at. I don't know where my other one is, so this is what we're dealing with. So yeah, I personally loved it. I've never been during Christmas time, so it was really surreal. I enjoyed all of it. I did not enjoy the snooty people, but then again, it kind of comes with the territory because it is the richest part of North Carolina, I think, or pretty much the east side of here, like Western North Carolina. Just it's the everybody's bougie, okay? Like we had babies wearing Gucci like onesies and shit. Like it was just yeah. All right, the actual. What do you say? What would you give the whole experience rated out of 10?
So overall, I would rate the Biltmore house to be a very solid 10 out of 10, just because it was a very cute date with you. But if I was just a small single raccoon wanting, to go have a good time, but the price, taking into that, kind of effect, um, I would say it's a very solid 6 to 7 out of 10. If you're gonna go there, be prepared to spend money. um, it's definitely not a cheap thing to do. However, I would compare it to, in terms of the rate, I would compare it to like an amusement park sort of thing, in terms of like the ticket cost, just because there are a lot of activities. However, that ticket cost only really gets you inside the property. So, but again, I would say a very solid 6 to 7 out of 10 would be what I would rate it. I
I,
think.
I mean, also another thing too. During wintertime, they did not have like they had the Choluli exhibit, so that's like the fancy glass, but we didn't realize it was a whole separate event. Okay, so false advertising Biltmore, little not angry or anything, but it was kind of disappointing going, and you spend literally for two adults, the going rate for holiday is like $155.
A person,
That's a person. Like
person.
that's just to get on the grounds and see the Biltmore House. That's not a private tour. That's nothing extra. You don't even get like fancy like a little token for your appreciation. That, but yeah,
Here,
whatever.
may I add something? Yes. So, so we'll just go ahead and talk about the price, shall we? So, a single ticket to Biltmore at this time of the year, which is the winter Christmas thing, which lasts from like, I believe it's right after Thanksgiving is when they take down their Thanksgiving trees, and then they put up all of the live Christmas trees, to I think the 5th or the 6th of January. It's $155 a person, and the only thing that gets you is access to the grounds and like a tour of the house. So that's a one-time tour of the house. It's self-guided. You get basically like a little old kind of telephones type of thing, and you press a number and you press a button, and it tells you about the room, and that's it. And you can only really do that one time. So once you go inside the actual house, that is your tour, and you can't go in anytime you want. For us, we went later in the day. We did the daytime tickets, which were a little cheaper than the nighttime tickets. I think the difference was about a $10 difference. So we went in and we had our tour at 4:15, and so at that time you're supposed to be in line 15 minutes before, and the line was extremely long because there were a lot of people there after Christmas for some reason. Anyways, Anyways, um, it's a one-time tour. Once you go in the house, tour the house. Once you leave the house, you can't go back in. And then basically the rest of your money that you spent is you can just kind of go around the grounds And there's like shops and all sorts of other little things there, but it's not. There are no more significant attractions, at least in my opinion, for the price that you pay after going inside the house and touring the house. That $155 is basically just a self-guided house tour.
Wait. So you're telling me like we couldn't just like go back around?
No,
What?
no.
Okay, that lowers. Mm, okay. Mm. Really?
Yes.
I didn't know that. Is that what?
It's a one-time tour at our it's a one-time tour at your specific time, because when you buy the tickets at the ticket booth before you can even enter the grounds, you select a tour time, and that's it. So once you enter the house, you can basically stay in the house for as long as you want, but once you leave the house, you can't get back in.
And another thing I want to add is things we like about the Biltmore because it wasn't a whole negative experience. We just had like our little kind of nitpicky areas. My personal favorite was seeing the house again in a long time because in school, usually West North Carolina schools, you do go to the Biltmore's house as a field trip. But I was like 8, so I can't really remember. So seeing it again was probably like really cool, and it was really cool seeing all the Christmas trees and all the Christmas stuff because it was Christmas time. My favorite.
Yeah, I will add a couple of things to that. First off, you are no longer 8; you are now an old man.
I know.
Okay. The second thing is the the actual house and the whole experience is quite good. Other than, I mean, the price is steep, yes, but it is quite an experience to see what is the largest estate in America. It is really a sight, and it really makes you feel small compared to just how big the property and the house is. The house itself is absolutely huge. It was built in the 1890s, so if you like older things. There are priceless antiques and all sorts of really cool things, all sorts of beautiful craftsmanship and woodwork inside the house. There are Charles Monet paintings. There are huge tapestries that are like, 50-foot by 50-foot tapestries that are priceless. There are murals that have been shipped in from like Spain or France that are on the ceilings. They're beautiful. It's a really beautiful experience, and it is a really nice date idea to go with someone that you love. Um, so it is definitely worth it to do it once. Is it worth it to do it a second time or a third? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not, depending on the ticket price and depending on how how much you value 150 $155. But it is quite a really nice experience, and it's a very beautiful property to visit and tour, and that's about all I got to add to it.
But I mean, if you're thinking of splurging for like something really nice, either for yourself, your loved one, or I don't know, even just experiencing it for yourself if you never have and you are in the North Carolinas, I recommend it wholeheartedly. And I know Christmas time is very big, but I also would totally recommend springtime because that's when they have everything on the grounds happening. But yeah, I mean, I had a really enjoyable time because stuff like that I'm really into. But you saying that makes me start thinking, I'm like, is it really worth it?
It's all about the money, honey.
I mean, okay, I think it's worth it, but not for that sticker price, just because it's really, really insane. Also, another thing I wanted to add, and they do not take cash at all. Like zilch, nothing. And they don't like gift cards.
Okay, so a couple things. So when you're going to pay, first off, it's probably just a better idea to go ahead and order the tickets online. But you can buy tickets in person. When you pull up to the estate, you're kind of directed to basically what is a very large house area that you go in and purchase tickets. So in terms of paying for tickets, you can only charge the entire balance of your tour to one card. So that is pretty crazy. I was going to pay with just standard Visa, like the little debit gift cards, because I had a lot of them stockpiled and I just kind of wanted to get rid of them. And I was going to pay using those. And again, the balance was between the two of us $333 after taxes, and we were not allowed to do that. All of the money or all the charge for the tickets had to be put on one card, so we had to step out of line, move some money around, and swipe that sucker. So probably best to just pay with a credit card. It's kind of ridiculous though. Sorry, I'm on a tangent. You'll have to forgive me, honey. But it is kind of ridiculous though that they don't take cash, because the Biltmore is very much kind of like an old people attraction is the best way to put it. There are a lot of old people there, which is fine, which is great. And old people like cash. I like cash because I'm old as well. But um, you can't pay for anything using cash. Nothing at all. Like not even a Coke, not even like a bottle of water or whatever. It has to be done with a card, which is kind of insane. And also maybe borderline illegal. I'm not quite sure. Don't quote me on that. But if a place doesn't take cash in America, it's weird. Um, and that's kind of all I got in terms of the monetary rant for the Biltmore House.
Oh yeah, I wish I got that on film when it was like when we were there. This man, I've never seen him get so angry in my life. And yeah, he went on a solid, probably about 20-minute tangent in the car when we ended up going on the grounds to the Biltmore House to go park. And he was just like, the whole time. Like, I can't believe they did that and stuff. But yeah, we had to literally, when we were going to pay tickets, we had to walk out and we were in this little area. You can talk about the weird guy in a second, but so basically, we had to transfer money from like different accounts just so we could get tickets right then and there. And yes, I will let you tell them about the weird greeter.
The greeter at the Biltmore House is really odd. I don't know the guy's name. I didn't really bother to look. Um, just a really weird greeter at the ticket booth. Like he kept like asking me how I felt about the chair that I was sitting in, which was weird because I was already kind of like upset with the fact that they wouldn't take cash or just standard Visa like gift cards, which is just weird. But whatever. That aside, the lady that actually helped us was quite nice.
Oh yeah,
Um,
10 out of 10.
yeah, she was very nice. The actual like service staff at the point of sale systems that they have, at least our person was quite nice. But the greeter was odd, and then we got back in line to go buy the tickets after we put the funds on a single card, and we the way that there was no one in line at all, other than like the people who are already being helped. There was no one there than just us, and we were standing at like the end of the line, and we were like maybe 2 feet outside of like the rope area. We were just waiting to go see Our Lady, and the greeter guy came up to us and he was like, uh, you you gotta stand right over here. You don't want to confuse people where the line ends. You wanna stand right here, okay?
Keep in mind, this place was dead the whole time. There was like maybe 4 people in there to get tickets. One of them was ordering, the others had them online, so they were just getting them.
Yes. Like I said, there was no one there in line than just us. It was really weird. That guy was very odd. I will just leave it at that. So again, if you're just going to buy tickets, just use a credit card, buy it online. That would save everyone so much hassle.
So for the tickets experience on how to get them, I give it a solid 2 out of 10 because it was awful. Uh, except like the receptionist lady, very nice, very nice. But like just going in and getting tickets, kind of weird, kind of awkward. And then like let's see, the grounds, as you've seen like in the little cinematic video I edited together, very, very, very pretty. Also, for those who don't know, you can take the trolleys to get there from your parking spot, but we didn't take those because they took their like what your grandma to it beforehand and said it was not a good ride. Would you like to comment on that?
Yeah, so there's two different ways to park at Biltmore. There's like you can either park and ride a trolley to the estate because the estate is so big that the parking area is kind of like its own little section, which is understandable. Given the amount of people that visit Biltmore, I'm not sure how many people visit Biltmore on a yearly basis, but I would imagine it's probably in the hundreds of thousands, if not the millions, probably the millions. Um, but we did not elect to take the trolley, mainly because of that we had fursuits and we didn't want to have to deal with that. Going in and out of the trolley and stuff. And also, you can't take your fur like you can't take bags or anything like past a certain security checkpoint at the Biltmore house. So that's why we elected to park and walk to the estate, which is fine. It's like maybe a 10-minute walk, and it is quite scenic and pretty too. So you're not gonna. There's really there's no pro or con between where you park at the Biltmore, is what I would say. Other than do you want to walk or do you want to ride a trolley with like 50 people? Your choice.
Well, like, and another thing too is like most of the video is like the cynic and then us actually giving our view in a different setting due to, well, one, you can film in the Biltmore house, it's just you can't, we couldn't do this.
No.
So we were like, okay, we're gonna go on the grounds, get some pictures. That's why we have an epic thumbnail. You're welcome, and some other pictures of us. But basically, it was more of a just kind of like we go down, and then we just happen to think, oh, this is gonna be a good video idea. So that's why we have it today. So that's the Biltmore. Hope you guys enjoy. Riley Raccoon, everyone.
Yeah, I'm Riley Raccoon, and I'm here. I'm for the channel. Diesel. What is your channel name again?
It's just my name. This is Wolf.
Oh, Diesel the Wolf. I've been Riley Raccoon for Diesel the Wolf. Peace out.
And you'll probably see him in other future videos. We'll see. But I hope you have a wonderful week. Goodbye.